Welcome. How are you doing today? I got glasses. I had to take the bow off in order for them to be able to put the lenses in, and I picked these up after work last night, and I didn't immediately screw the bow back on because I was like, I want to go out in my backyard and find out if I can see every blade of grass. And I can. So, I want to talk about John Swan, just a little bit, not his current controversy. I want to talk about some bullshit he did like 6 months ago and why that is a pattern of behavior that I have an issue with. Alright, so John Swan has a channel on YouTube.com, and I wanted to say that he has like 175,000 subscribers, but that number has gone down. So John Swan is known for two things: his editing skills and for being a lying liar who lies. He's just a pretty dishonest individual. So in early 2021, he got into this controversy. It was a situation in which he lied to a lot of people, including people that were supposed to be, his like close friends and colleagues on YouTube.com. And after that happened, he kind of just like dipped out for a few months. And when he finally started making videos again, I suppose they were not performing as well as he hoped they would. He wasn't getting the views like he felt he deserved. And he made a video crying about it. He made this video going, "This is just not sustainable for me anymore, guys. I might have to quit YouTube." I hate it when YouTubers threaten to quit YouTube, and when they have a financial problem and they make it the problem of their audience. So John Swan made like his pity party video where he talked about how for months he'd just been living off of his savings and how he just can't live off of his savings forever. And how he said like he didn't want to fall back on editing other people's videos because YouTube is his dream job. And if he has to do editing work for other people, that will just take time away from him being able to work on his own videos. But if you look at his channel, in the past 12 months, he has only posted 7 videos. And when he's saying that he's been living off of his savings for months, and that he doesn't want to have to take a different job, am I supposed to feel sorry for him? Am I really supposed to feel sorry for a 20-year-old because their dream job isn't really panning out so hot right now? The fact that he was able to live off of his savings for months, I don't feel sorry for him, I don't. And I think what he did end up doing was started doing editing work for other people. And when he got into a controversy, like recently within this past week, he released some non-apology statement, and what I found noteworthy about that apology is that the final line of the non-apology said, "More videos soon." Yet another lie from John Swan. That motherfucker never uploads. YouTubers do this all the time. They get a couple demonetized videos or like limited ads, and they lose their entire fucking minds and threaten to quit YouTube. So Kendall Rae did the same thing a few years ago, and Petty Page made a video just dragging Kendall Rae for it. Because Kendall made some video, it was around the time of like adpocalypse, and she was getting hit by it a little bit because I guess advertisers really didn't want to run their ads on her conspiracy theory videos and shit. She had, at the time, 300,000 subscribers. So she made a video, big sad man, threatening to quit YouTube because she couldn't make a living off of it anymore, which is a lie. She could make a living off of it, but she wasn't going to be making the living that she wanted to make. And now she has like several million subscribers. But so she made a video launching a Patreon. Oh my god. Some of these motherfuckers with Patreon, y'all are paying for nothing. And Kendall Rae's Patreon perks were funny. The lowest tier was $2 a month, and your reward was nothing. It was just, you don't get anything, but you know you're supporting me because I made a video where I manipulated you all. And you feel very bad for me. One of her other tiers was, for $50 a month, Kendall Rae will follow you on Twitter. Who'd care? And at the time, when Kendall Rae acted like she was fucking going broke and was just gonna be fucked out on the street, well, she had just bought a ranch in Colorado and was building a new home from scratch on her ranch land. And her husband had just announced that, like, he had quit his IRL job in order to do YouTube full time because he could now afford to do YouTube instead of his IRL job. So am I supposed to feel bad for them and their ranch? Because I don't. And I remember back at that time, Sanders Kennedy, who had, I think, like 200,000 subscribers, made a video crying about, I'm starting a Patreon because I'm making a little bit less money on YouTube than I used to make. And Peter Mon kind of dragged Sanders for starting that Patreon and launching it with a big boohoo. And what happens when YouTubers do these things? People tell them, well, shit, man, go get a job. And they always say, like, this is my job. YouTube is my job. And it's like, well, but you just told us that YouTube isn't paying you. So if your job is no longer paying you, it sounds like you have a hobby, you know? Something that you, like, put work and care and love into, but, like, you don't get paid for. I think they call that a hobby. That's what we're doing here today. This is my hobby. Buy my merch or I'll starve to death. And, you know, back in 2020, when Katie Joy Paulson, YouTuber with a channel called Without a Crystal Ball, she had maybe like 100,000 subscribers, and she was getting sued for defamation by Tati Westbrook, who is a YouTuber with, I think, 9 or 10 million subscribers. And everybody was like, uh-oh, Katie Joy is going down. And she hopped up online and she went, no fucking way. But she was fronting for sure. Because then she did a live stream where she just sobbed and wailed and cried about how she was going broke from the lawsuit. She wasn't going to be able to afford to, like, care for her son. And the more she cried, the more super chats she got. And then she popped back up on her channel with, like, a face full of fillers and Botox, and it was very noticeable. And these people, these YouTubers, like, even if they are only showing you parts of their lives are looking pretty fucking good. And I don't feel bad for them. And you know why they don't want to leave and go get a different job? It's because even when AdSense isn't paying very well, it is still more money than they can make at any other job that they are qualified for. So when they're like, oh, but I just love YouTube and I really want to do it, but now I can't because it's not paying me as much as I want to be making anymore. It's like, well, you can find other ways to, like, diversify your income and still continue to do the thing you love, can't you? First of all, diversify your income. And I don't mean through charging people $50 a month for a Twitter follow. And if it's something that they truly do love, you'd think that they would still find time to do something that they love, even if they had to work full-time doing something else, right? Because everybody starts out that way. A lot of people don't ever get monetized or plan to get monetized. They just really enjoy participating in YouTube.com. Anyway, YouTubers are a bunch of fucking entitled, whiny brats, and they're liars. And I don't feel bad for them. And I don't feel bad about not feeling bad for them. And neither should you. I want to thank you for listening. I feel like forgiveness is very important, so I want you to forgive yourself for the time that you have wasted watching this video. And have a good day.